we as surgeons, when we place a mesh, we are very wary of infection. Hi, I'm Dr. Deepak Subramanian from Chennai Gastro Care. Many people ask me when I suggest a surgery for a hernia about the mesh that we place. Is it safe? Is it going to cause a problem? It's a foreign body. How do we deal with it? Now, why do we even place a mesh for a hernia repair? Now, mesh is basically, it's made of polypropylene, or sometimes it's a composite mesh that we use. It basically enhances the strength is given to the abdominal wall. Now basically in hernia, the abdominal wall strength is gone, and that's why the weakness comes and the hernia comes. So we do close this defect or the hole and strengthen this abdominal wall more with this mesh material, which may be made out of, as I said, many different types are there. What happens with this mesh is something which people ask. Do I feel the mesh? Do I feel like there is something going to be there? Or when I go abroad, when I go in the airport, is it going to, light up? No, absolutely not. So mesh is basically, it's going to get integrated into your abdominal wall tissues. It could be along with your muscles, or it can cause neovascularization and form, kind of a separate layer. Sometimes certain meshes can be identified even after many years. When some patients come for a surgery many years after a hernia repair, many times we don't see the mesh that was placed then, but sometimes we do identify a parts of the mesh in that area. But it's not going to harm you in any way. But we as surgeons, when we place a mesh, we are very wary of infection, because an infection in a mesh can lead to serious problems. And so we take utmost care while handling the mesh, while placing the mesh, and we make sure not even a drop of blood or anything which is there in the area around the mesh can lead to a hematoma and then lead to a mesh infection. Now, another important question people tell us, are these meshes safe? Are you going to put an imported mesh for me, a standard of mesh for me? All our meshes in standard recognized centers that we are all putting as surgeons who deal with hernias are all extremely standardized meshes. They have been tested many times, and most of them are FDA approved, and many times they are all imported meshes only that we will be placing on patients who we operate on hernia. Thank you.